You don't know what you're talking
If
about.
you go
You don't.
look
You're
at,
not
if
an
go look at the
insider.
lead, no,
You
go
don't
look
know
at
what
the
you're. You don't know who. You don't know. You don't know anything about the Apple car.
the
Okay.
main the
You're not an
main
insider.
the main engineers, the main people working on that project left 4 or 5 years ago, and that's when the
Who
car
is the
was
main
kind of
engineer? Who is? What, I want names. Who are the main engineers?
I don't know, but I know I
Jimmy
keep
Two
up with,
Shoes,
I keep up with tech, bro. I keep up with tech heavy, so
Billy Bar,
Mojo.
I keep
Billy
up with tech.
Mojo.
Balderdash.
I keep with tech. I keep with tech. Who's your boy, bro? Who's your boy working on the fucking car? You want to just say some phantoms? Say him. Well, who's your boy? That sounds real convincing. That sounds like something like a Democrat would do. Just start saying some. I know someone who just lost his job. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Guy want to hit me
Well, I
with
do.
that.
So I mean, you can believe it or not. I really don't care.
I don't believe it
Wait, so
because
let's go back.
you can go look
Let's go
up.
back to China.
China's
What's
producing a
going
lot of
on with?
electrical. They're producing a lot of electrical cars.
When are they going to make it to the States? Why did Apple have to pull out? Like,
I
can they
honestly
just make
think.
it cheaper?
I think it's
Or
because they saw the Chinese vehicles coming out and were like, we have no hope. And also, making a car is like really fucking hard.
is the
It's like it's not
technology?
really.
Is it the technology or the pricing? Like, what is it that made Apple say
It's
we have no
both,
hope?
dude. It's both. So like it's how do you build a car at scale at a good price that has the features that people actually want that isn't gonna embarrass Apple? So like are they gonna like they're gonna come up also they were really ambitious. They wanted like a car that was more AI'd out than what was fully available that is fully available at this time and will be fully available for like the next 5 years. So I think it was actually I'm gonna go back on what I said. I think it was a combination of China and just like generally where AI is at right now because like
I don't think
they just
anybody
realized that we don't have it.
I don't think anybody pushes Apple to do anything except Apple. I think they're ahead of the game. I think they understand right now that building a car, getting it on the roads, and getting it approved, it's a game that everyone is doing right now. Every car company is trying to do electric, and they're trying and
Apple's not a car company.
they're not a car company, but they're building a car. So in my opinion, they pivoted. They're not going
But
to build a
they're not a
car.
car company, dude. It's
They're
one thing to be a car company. Like it's a specialized technology that like you need a lot of experienced people who actually know how to build cars
right.
um,
And when the
to be on your
marketplace
side and doing that.
And when the marketplace shows that everyone is making electric cars right now, everybody now is going to go to the self-driving. I'm a software company. Why don't I use my software inside of every car? And because CarPlay, all that, it's already in there anyways. So why don't my software, okay, use with your car, and then that's going to be the Apple car. It's going to be the Ford, whatever car with Apple Play, but now Apple Play has AI, it can self-drive, and it does all that for you. They take all that. So, or what's going to happen is Tesla, they're not going to let Tesla do that. There's going to be a third-party competitor, and I think Apple said, you know what, scrap the car, which in my opinion they did years ago. And if your boy was working on a car, he was working on a car as a demo for the software, so they can put it in other cars. So
I like how
like,
this guy is like literally speaking authoritatively about stuff that he has like no idea what he's talking about.
okay, I like when it comes to tech, like I'm in the wave. I have announcements. I'm in groups and committees and stuff like that. I keep up with the tech game a little bit.
Are you saying that you have like actual like insider information at Apple?
I'm saying is that I watch tech headlines for the last 10 years on a daily basis. That's how I knew the Apple car's been scrapped. I didn't even know the Apple car was still even a thing. I thought it's been scrapped. When everyone announced it now, I'm like, oh, really? There's that. I thought that was been done. It wasn't really shocking to me. Because I've really like I think it's a software play. It's a software play. So they're not there's
It's not a software place. They build computers, they build phones. There's definitely hardware.
but a car's a,
Like,
ca-
what
but
do
a
you, it's not
car look at what Elon talks about the regulations with cars and building a car and how you have to do it. Like there's a lot of and what happens if the Apple car one gets into a bad accident? You're gonna take the entire Apple empire down because their car. It's too big of a risk. It's called a marginal risk.
I mean, does like Toyota get taken down when one of their cars crashes? You just do a recall. I mean, there's like flexibility on that kind of stuff. It's not realistic to think like as long as you're not like unless you're like knowingly killing people with like really bad technology, like things happen stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's
Tesla's
not going to use the iPhone because the Apple car isn't working right. Like, I think they're looked at as very separate usages.
also like what you're talking about. Like you can just slap a software onto a car and make it self-driving. Like that's not how it works. Like every car would need its own specialized software.
Right, but every car is going to be electric, and every car they'll have the blueprint
Yeah,
for that
and
car.
every car is going to have a different shape and size and mass
It's a
and
lot
top
easier
line
if you have the.
speed
If it's a lot easier
and
if you have that
handling and stuff like that.
for a software company. If you have that information for every single car that's going to be installed in it, it's a lot easier to conduct that versus it's doable for sure. It's doable. It's not. That's not
Oh, is
saying
it?
that
Okay, you should go do it then.
I'm not. I mean, we're talking about Apple. You're talking about a $1 trillion company. You know, you're talking about a $1 trillion company here. So,
Yeah, and they just pulled out of the market because they couldn't do it. So it's like,
or they didn't want
yeah.
to do it. They didn't want to do it. What? Like they didn't want to do it. You know, if there's a lot of different electric car companies
Well,
and
I mean,
smart
they did
cars.
invest billions of dollars into it. So like, it kind of sucks. I don't know if I invested $1 billion into something. Like, it seems like I
They
wouldn't just like
definitely,
want to let it go.
they definitely wanted to do it. I think they found out that they couldn't at the margins that they were anticipating. There's no way to make it profitable, so they scrapped it.
Very likely, exactly what happens.
Well, we'll see if we see the Apple self-driving software coming out. I mean, you know, it wouldn't be worth it. All your billions wouldn't be worth it if you have that technology there. If you have that available, and you can use that, then hey, that's called. But what do I know what I'm talking about? I don't know shit. You know, I'm just a regular guy.
I mean, it's like me trying to tell you about like fucking like what's going on with the suits industry or something like that.
No, man, talk about the stream,
You
bro.
know,
We're streamers. We're streamers right now. You know. Don't bring up the sponsors, please. I'm not. Listen, this is your industry. I'm saying I'm not like downplaying it. I'm telling you, like from a tech software point of view, it's like it was. Like I said, the main engineers. If you go look at articles about this. Maybe I'll bring them up. I'll try to find them. But with these new articles, it's probably so under right now that it's going to be too annoying to find. But I'm going to find it for you, Alpha.
Hey, I think what you're trying to say is during their development phase, they realized that the real money was in software, not actual automobile itself, and then trying to license out that software. So they scrapped the idea of the automobile and pivoted to strictly developing software. But then what Walid's saying, or sorry, what Alpha's saying is that it's just not that easy, that is not something that can be done, is what I think I'm hearing.